All right, let's try this one. All right, I couldn't figure out the YouTube thing. Oh, we got one that come in for the third attempt. What we got out there? Should be able to see the chat, right? All right, yeah, I fired up the YouTube channel, but couldn't get it to function right. Yep. See if we can get somebody to pop up here. I don't see anything in the chat. I had viewers on YouTube. I couldn't get the thing to work, so I had to pop over here to StreamYard. What the hell happened to my title? Nothing going on here. All right, what we got? Caribou. All right. How's it going, man? Just filling in for the 7 o'clock crew that needs a place for chat. First Smart Poker, Crispy ducked out, and then Seed Person 1 took over the spot. And he had some problems. He's relocating, so figure out fire up a chat for everybody. Wish I could get rid of this referral link thing right in the way of the chat. Got 3 in there. Who else is in there? Doing good. Just getting off work, eh? Went out cutting down the forest. What's up, Supreme? Supreme Grape in the house. Yeah, I couldn't figure out the YouTube thing. I don't know if it's what it is, my phone, or I need to pay for a premium package or something, or what. But I couldn't see the chat. I couldn't invite anyone. You just talk to my screen. I don't know. I turned on the chat. Set it to show all messages. Set it to public. Not sure what happened. Well, I sent the link. Somebody wants to hop up here too. We got some plants to show off, some dogs to show off. Any good dog training skills to show off. Yeah, I can't share any. I mean, I can go outside. Yes, I can go show my garden or something. Since the dogs don't make too much noise up here. Let's see. That's some of my secret. That's my bone char. Get done. The dogs get done picking the bones or burn them. Compost this side pile. Kill that grass off. Some more digging to do. I've only got 4. And I have to bring off all my rotten logs and all my soil amendments mixed in here. We'll check on the volunteers. Been through some hard frost, but we've had a couple moderate temperature nights, lots of rain. I haven't checked on them 2-3 days. A lot of stuff to do as I'm walking by. See other stuff I need to be doing. Get ready for planting season. Wildlife's definitely out. Been seeing baby rabbits everywhere. Turkeys are starting to flock up, start strutting. I had a hen right by the window. Some of the new ones. Let's get there. What else comes up? See if a bunch of them there too. See if my fennel and my echinacea comes up. Yeah, see that one's got. I mean, it's been growing right through that cold. Must have a lot of compost action in my dirt. There's my stock from last year. Oh. What's that all about? Hop on up here. How'd you get in the private chat anyway without being knocking on the door? Galaxy. Jeff Papalia. How's it going, guys? Yep, definitely. We don't need to plan anything. You know I'm gonna. You wanna come say hi, Ghost? Go check out these. Oh, I probably don't have a shovel over here. What's up, Doug? Yeah, I don't have a shovel. Dig up some of these artichokes. Took this area right here, dug it up, get over 3/4 of a bucket of tubers off it. Yeah, produce really good. This was, I just put 2 little rows, single file. In 1 year they did this. Yeah, it'd be nice. Get a little rowdy. We're brave enough to grab that link. Somebody's got to have some plants bigger than mine inside. What else we got? Must be another show somewhere, eh? Tie sticks in the house. Oh, I guess I need to scroll up my chat. Where's Doc at? He's got a bunch of shit to show. He should have a jungle by now. All them solo cups. There's some new puppies over here. Anybody's looking for a good farm dog, good guard dog. Mix my Pioneer Shepherd female with a Malinois male. Really nice. Really nice pup. What's up, guys? What are you, 3 weeks? Nice one right there. Nice big thick skulls on them. You got a picker? What's up, Mont? Get over here, Goofy. Camera shy. Yeah, I said Malinois. That's the male. Yeah, and then this is my livestock guardian breed I made. This is the female. This is the mother to the pups. What's up, girl? You big boob. Say you guys were supposed to be mean. What kind of teeth you got in there? What kind of teeth you got in there? Yeah, this is actually her pup. The last time I bred her. Yep. Yep. There used to be livestock guardian dogs and hounds. Now I'm into the guard dogs now. The bigger hunting dogs, catch dogs like the Great Dane type, band dogs. You know, anybody find any mushrooms yet? I haven't even looked. Probably about that time. Especially after that rain, you're gonna find them. Probably out. Unless the rabbits ate them off. I don't know if they, imagine they do, but there's a shit ton of rabbits everywhere and all that. Well, this is one of my amendment files. Leftover popple logs. Had an odd number when I logged it off. I had an odd number of logs. Couldn't make a load. So now I use it for gardening. Two years ago, I picked a shit ton of moisture shell and coral mushrooms off these logs. Yep, the trilliums are up, so the mushrooms should be up. Sucks. I can't read that yet, Jeff. There's a thing in the way. Referral link. in the way of the chat. I have to wait till somebody else sends a message. Or sometimes I do that just so I can read it. Old rabbit, yeah. Yeah, mine have been catching them. My two little puppies, I walked them over with me to the meat shop to get scraps, and there was a bunch of bunny rabbits out in the lawn and on the road. And they caught one, a 12-week-old pup. They split it. They each got half. Turkey's been out here scratching. I've been all over in here. This still clears it off. Remember when I was out mushrooming one time over in Delwyn. I was walking up the hill and I had to grab a hold of this tree to walk up the hill. So I grabbed this tree and stepped up beside it, and there was a hen turkey on the nest right at my feet. And she just sat there and took pictures of her and backed off. Next time I come back fishing, she was still there on the nest. Eventually, of course, she hatched them. It's pretty neat. Look at all the raspberries. Got another spot up here like that, and then I've got, well, up there's raspberries and blackberries. And out in my field, I have two spots, big blackberry patches. 2 years ago, they were loaded. I found mushrooms up here before on this little hill. You guys find anything? Amanitas grow like crazy over here on the edge of these pines and spruce. Another spot on the corner of the field. Probably a couple months too early for that. What do you smell? What you got? We get them up in the tree. What you smell? Huh. Weird. I don't know what she's smelling. I don't see nothing. She's not chasing it. I think you haven't found a rabbit to chase yet. Even the chat went dead. He's getting hypnotized. The waving screen. Martial artist. Message for group. Somebody's seeing something. Let me send this out. Send out the link. Where did it go? Yeah. What's up, Doc? Grab the link. Come up and show off your solo cups. Yeah, they've been finding them in Michigan. Okay, I mean the weather just got perfect for it too here. Like perfect temperature, and we got a shit ton of rain. Right. Had to message somebody. Hop in the YouTube, I guess. They don't want to grab the link. Hmm. Yeah, this has never been a really good spot, but there's a couple spots that I've found them for. Oh, check this out. All right. My man. How's it going? Thanks for stopping in. You must be muted.
Oh, no, I'm not muted. I just wasn't saying anything.
Oh,
That makes more sense.
yeah.
No,
I figured you at least.
I couldn't figure out how to make the YouTube thing work. And then, like, to chat, you have to connect it to YouTube through StreamYard. And then it wants to use my other YouTube account. And I'm like, I don't want to use that one.
Yeah, I'd rather have you up here anyway. Help me.
Well, there you go.
Conversation going, but yeah,
So,
you can just go to my YouTube channel and do it that way.
so like, even if the video's not playing, the chat's working. I wasn't paying attention when I tried to open it. It said it says private when you try to open the YouTube link.
Huh. It shouldn't, but
I don't know.
let me see. How can I think I can go over there.
Yeah, I don't want to push any buttons. I end up doing something wrong if I do that.
I'm telling you, I do the same thing. Oh, that's crazy. Maybe that's the problem.
Well,
YouTube setting.
other people. Marshall's saying that there was just a bad link or something because everybody else seemed to have got onto it.
You know what it is? Is I went live on YouTube without StreamYard, and I couldn't get the shit to work. I mean, I was live, but I couldn't bring up the chat.
Okay.
Yeah, so I dropped that and went to the StreamYard.
I still don't understand why YouTube just doesn't have a way to fucking do the add people on to the fucking stream or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense, really.
Yep. Well, there's got to be some way to do it because
yeah,
I see people going live, and they've invited me to come on, and I went live with them.
Yeah, well, you could do it with a Zoom too, and I'm sure there's probably other things too.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, if they had an app, it's not one I'm familiar with because it looked just like the YouTube Live.
Yeah,
but it would do a split screen.
And it would if you do it, I think that's if you do it like through the YouTube mobile. I think you can do it that way because one guy does that on FCP on Sundays.
Yeah, one of my dog people, new dog man, he does that.
Well, it's finally nice out in Connecticut.
Yeah, here too. My dry room, trailer house. How good you can see on this thing. What you got going on? Martial art has made it. Let's see. There you go. Damn. Oh, my phone sucks. See, G-Bay slipped in here. Western Maine. How's it going? Didn't see you slipped in either. Busy looking at other stuff. Not looking at some damn mushroom. Maybe you can turn your phone sideways.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's a lot better.
I'm trying to figure out how to get like your screen up too at the same time. I minimized it into my own.
My screen. What do you mean?
Your camera, like your video.
Oh, I spotlighted you.
Ah, okay. Well, there. That's why. That's fine.
Yeah.
Just walk around the yard, look at stuff.
Yeah, I was looking at my grow room or my dry room, and I looked down. I seen you were doing a tour or something. So
yeah, we got the magnolia, the weeping cherry.
Those magnolia trees are awesome.
Yeah. Yep. Start cleaning out the garden more. Started all the vegetable seeds way too late.
Yeah.
But I mean, we can't put any realistically, we can't put anything outside till the end of May anyhow.
Right.
Unless it's like direct sow stuff, like early stuff like lettuce or peas and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
But
yeah, that's right. Some of it does have to be started though, so it's
yeah, I mean, it would be like
got a little age to it when you put it in.
Yeah, like tomatoes and peppers and eggplant and stuff, but we always end up starting them too early, and then by the time we go to put them out, they're like too leggy and flopping over and stuff.
Yeah. More light.
Yeah. My friend brought over some plants that he wants me to babysit for him. Said I'm not bringing them in the house. Luckily, it's been warm enough I could put them out in the day and just throw them under my improvised lighting setup here.
Yep.
See
I've got seedlings growing already.
Yeah, I started a bunch, probably too late.
Well, they got these volunteers. They've got their second set of true leaves on them.
Yeah, that's what I want to do is just, I've got a bunch of seed. I just want to go throw it somewhere and see what happens.
Yep, I started planting mine in the winter. That way they pop up on their own. Yeah, how many different colors those trees come in?
There's a white one. This one's like the pinkish one. I think there's might be a few other ones, but they all come out at different times too.
Oh, nice.
I was over at my friend's house. And his mother was saying like the pink one comes out later than the white one. I think the white one comes out first or something.
Hmm.
I also have a mock orange bush behind the magnolia tree. It's not out yet, but when that blossoms, the whole yard smells like an orange orchard. It's pretty cool.
Huh. That is neat.
The historic oak tree. It's a tin oak from a sapling from the Constitution Oak in Hartford, Connecticut. I guess
Huh.
whoever lived, one of the people that lived in the house first, like, was some type of political person. And that's how they got it. But it's pretty cool. Tin oak's pretty cool. It's like all zebra striped, figured,
That's pretty neat.
but it lost a couple big branches last year. We were getting ready to go to a goose show, and big storm rolled through. My girlfriend had taken the dogs for a walk around the walking path here on the green, and it just started raining. And like, luckily, I went out and opened the front door for her to come in with the dog. And like 2 seconds after I let them in the house, the branch came down.
Wow. Yeah. I heard a story like that with a power line. The dude got a, I can't remember all the details now, but he got out of the truck and the power line fell right on his truck and
Oh yeah,
he was out hunting, fried all his hunting dogs.
yeah. That's the problem.
Well,
They finally went around and trimmed like around all the power lines around here, and we've gotten lucky and we haven't lost power in a while. But it gets really windy here.
Yep. We get enough wind here to snap off about a 14-inch pine tree. Well, it's bigger than that, but that's the part where it snapped.
Yeah.
Like snap the tree right in half, and where it
Oh,
snapped is probably
It happened
14
last
inches.
year. Here we had planted a dogwood for my girlfriend's last Boston Terrier that passed away, and a little microburst storm came through and just split the thing right in half. I think we're gonna have to get another one.
Yep, I'm not seeing any mushrooms out here.
Need some rain and some humidity.
Oh,
Humidity.
we
and
had
some
the
sun.
rain. Yeah,
Yeah.
we had 3 days of it. And then sprinkled a little bit today.
Luckily,
Yeah, it's like perfect weather.
Yeah,
But I don't have that good of a spot for them though.
Yeah. We put some spores in the ground around the weeping cherry tree. Me and my friend, some wine caps, and they've been coming up. They came up a bunch, but they haven't come up this year yet. But the problem is the slugs get to them before I can get to them.
We got living here. I just found a den out in my woods. Get back, dog, so I can look for tracks. Shit. I think that's a woodchuck. I don't know. It's right under a tree like something a fox would do. Woodchucks usually are in a pile, like a brush pile.
I haven't seen the woodchucks yet this year.
I have. I trapped one already.
We used to have a guy that would do trapping on our land. We had a brook that runs through, and beavers came and they turned the brook into swamp. So he trapped all of them, and then he used to come like the woodchucks were where the garage is now. There used to be a barn, and the woodchucks used to go underneath it.
Yeah. Yeah, I trapped beaver and otter and coyote and all that.
Oh, there's tons of coyotes around here.
my favorite one to go after. Yeah, it sucks. I don't. I have the premium package. I can't share photos, videos, shit on here like this.
Whew. Humid in here.
Uh, fucker's bright.
Yeah, I got started a bunch of seedlings, other stuff, vegetables.
Yeah, I don't have any of that going. Not really set up for it. I plan on buying it. I did last year.
Sometimes it's easier, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. I did a lot of work last year to start our plants. Grew a bunch of loofahs. That was pretty neat.
What to do that?
Big old fucking zucchini sponge.
You know,
Yeah, they got like natural lubricant in them too. It's kind of weird.
surfactants.
Well, it's just like feels just like KY jelly.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were using it, using the loofahs, just picking them and washing with them with the
Yeah, it's
slime right in them.
got built-in soap.
Yep. Yep. Seems to work pretty good. It's been on the list to grow. Yep. You won't regret it. And hummingbirds love the blossoms.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can literally stand right in the wall if you grow them up a fence, like over an arbor, so they can make shade because the fruit does better in the shade. You want the plant in the sun with the fruit hanging down below the canopy in the shade. But you can stand right there in the wall of vegetation with all these yellow flowers around you, and the fucking hummingbird come right up to you.
I love that. You got to be quick with them. They move pretty quick.
Yeah, but they get used to me being out in the cage too. Just like all the other animals, like the rabbits on the
Oh
path
yeah.
that I walk.
Oh yeah. There's lots of rabbits in my yard.
The turkeys and shit.
We used to have a lot of wild turkeys around here, but hadn't seen them in years. But like last year, started seeing them again.
Yeah. I didn't see what Doc tried to get Doc to come up. You ever seen his grow?
Oh, geez. He's got quite the setup there.
I'm telling you, fucking guy.
Heating the floor with the wood stove.
Yep.
Oh, that's what I got to do is in the garage. I actually have heat tubes in the floor already in the concrete, but they're not hooked up to anything. But
Yeah.
it'd be nice to not lay on cold concrete working on cars in the winter.
Oh yeah.
Just don't know what the easiest way to like the cheapest way is probably like a little propane furnace or something,
Yeah, or a little wood stove with
or
a
just a
coil.
wood stove.
Yeah,
But
build a coil, and put it on a pump.
then you got to put the glycol in it so it doesn't freeze, especially since it's already, the tubes are already in the concrete. That's another cost and all that, but plus it needs more insulation. It has some insulation, but it doesn't have any insulation on the roof yet. This guy that built it was a jackass and didn't know what he was doing, and it leaked a bunch. Hasn't leaked in a
That's where-
while, but
That's where it needs it the most is the roof.
yeah. Well, originally we were gonna put like spray foam in it, and we just ended up paying extra money for like the heat tubes in the floor and for the insulation on the outside of the garage, when probably should have just put all that money into spray foam and had the whole thing spray foamed. But it was mostly free.
Stuff it with hemp.
Oh yeah, I'd like to get the hemp insulation. That'd be nice.
Grow it.
Yeah, I looked into it a while back when it first became legal. But then you got to pay like $800 to have it tested, this and that.
Go on. Fucking dog. We ain't got nobody else wants to hop up here.
What are they afraid of?
I don't know. Maybe they don't have any plans to show. You got nothing to talk about. Is that or they're double dipping? Oh, the chat ain't even really.
I don't think there's any other shows on right now. Really, but till Let's Be Buds later.
Yeah. Yep. There's another show on at the same time, an Australian show.
That's a trouble. There's always one show on when there's another show on, and then there's days when there's barely any shows on. I was saying they should draw straws and pick time slots. Sunset's not as nice as it was last night. Just a little bit. Very nice.
Behind the hell them damn dog barking about.
Gotta keep busy there, Marshall. Keep doing your chores.
Loofah sales are about to go up, huh?
We're going through the roof. Kind of like chicken sales. Who wants a chicken now? Honestly, the eggs aren't that expensive. I don't think they're that expensive. We did get some more chicks.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have any right now.
Well, we were down to one rooster and one hen because Bobcat came and ate the rest of them.
Fuck.
I seen it happen. I was in the house. They were out free ranging. Middle of the day.
Trapping those.
Middle of the day. And I'm like, what the fuck was that? Oh. And then, of course, it knew where they were, so it kept coming back at night, and I wasn't, like, fully locking them up at night, so it, like, ripped them through, like, the dog cage area. Mm-hmm.
Yep, I'm gonna set some traps. Catch that rotten bastard. You know, there'd be a bunch of them around though.
Yeah, and there's other stuff too. Well, at first we were like we had I think we had them like other ones gotten like through like the cage at one point too. We weren't sure what it was. Like it was a bobcat or something else, but guessing it was bobcat.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure if bobcats tear holes in fences and shit or not.
No, it just like there's like area like in between where
Oh,
the panels go together on the dog cage area where the coop is. I think it just reached in there and grabbed him and ripped him right through the fence,
yeah.
which is kind of surprising because if they wanted to, they could have like gone in the coop or something, you know. But they are chickens, so I'm not sure how smart they are.
Now it's free for all anarchy.
Yeah, I thought about popping more seeds there too, Ty, but I don't know. I put in like 40 Pierce indicas that I made last year. I think that, along with everything else I put in, and my friend's got some stuff over at his house, they'll have to get ported over here. I think I'm pretty good at the time being. Breaking up a little bit there. Must be a little bit.
Huh?
Oh, there
I
you
don't
are
know.
again. Nope, I hear you again. Good now.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of them strains I've never grown because I got the AK-47 and the Northern Lights #5,
Yep.
and stuck with them.
Yeah.
I tried a couple things along the way, and then eventually, 3 years ago, I found 2 other things that I liked that I started fucking with. Don't even know what they are. But it was good smoke.
Had my friend ordered some supposedly real Manitousca Thunderfuck from Crop Duster in Canada. Supposed to be from Jaime Chiba's stuff, so that'll be interesting. And some other stuff. Some of the stuff from that guy in Afghanistan. One called The Wrath of Khan.
Yeah.
Yep. He was like, oh, I have to get that one because my mom likes Star Trek.
You ever heard of KwaZulu?
Not off the top of my head, but it sounds like it's probably an African strain or something like that.
Yep, it's supposed to be a pure African sativa.
Well, see, my girlfriend works with people from Malawi, and one of the people they're actually like are building a palace back in Malawi. I'm like, well, tell her to bring me some real Malawi gold seeds.
Yeah. I got some gold, bud. It's been sitting in the back of a minivan all winter. Sun bleak.
Well, it's probably a good temperature to keep it at.
So it looks pretty neat, actually. my fucking rotate isn't on.
Rotation.
Auto rotate on this thing. When I flip it, it doesn't do a side view.
Yep. Drop
Damn.
down. Is it a iPhone or a Android?
Yeah, I can do it.
Up at the top,
Auto.
your
That's
drop
there.
down menu usually lets you get it up there. There we go.
Some of the stuff down on stage green.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking thing backwards. Yeah, that's still green. Oh, I have to go try some of this out, I guess.
Right. Might as well.
Oh, this is that. The hell is it? I can't remember now. It's the stuff it's pinene. This is like blackjack or something. It smells like Moby Dick. Moby Dick, that's there. Oh, let's see what's the chat say.
It's west there. There's a Nigerian skunk time something else, and there's an old guy from UK 420 forum, called Old Timer, and he's got where I get some of my seeds from. Florida Mon has some of his stuff. It's like a Nigerian skunk time something else. Might be worth checking out. Got his African Queen going right now. It's Cindy 99 times Durban. It's doing all right. It was all clones. Some of them got a little fried, but most of them are all right. A couple more weeks. Should be interesting. All sativa.
Yep. That's ones I like. I like them both now, actually. I'm kind of starting to appreciate the laid back buzz.
Well, I like that for going to sleep and for my back pain and stuff.
Yep. That's another. I have a lot of that.
Got a couple bulge discs in my lower back. So
Yep.
seems to help.
The neck's the worst.
Yeah.
Yep, definitely keeps me going. Sometimes I gotta smoke a couple just to get up and moving. You're so fucking sore and stiff. It just drains you when you're that injured. Sucks your energy out.
Yep. It's depressing too, you know? And then you wallow in it and then you don't do anything.
Well, especially when you're used to, you know what I mean, tearing shit up and then you're one-handed.
Yeah.
And it's like, not only one-handed, but so so much pain that you can't hardly move and you can't hardly sleep.
No, yeah, that's like you can't find a good position to sleep, and that's not fun.
Well, you got to wait till you're exhausted, and you sleep for 3 or 4 hours, and the pain wakes you up.
Well, yeah, there's that too.
Yeah. Fun.
Mm-hmm. There's only so much Advil I can take, and then my stomach starts bothering me too because I've got stomach problems. So
And see, I don't take anything.
yeah, I'd like to not have to do that, but sometimes you just have to.
Well, you do, but you don't, because I know what you're saying, and I've been there where you just have to, but I won't, because I'm literally in so much pain all the time that I would have to be a pill junkie,
Right?
like
Yeah,
I am,
exactly.
like I am a weed junkie. For the pain, I would have to eat that many pills.
That's why I started doing weed again, is because they put me on tramadol for my back, and it took some pain away. At the end of it, it would just give me a headache, and then I would have to take Advil to get rid of the headache. So I was like, well, this isn't going to work.
Hmm. It don't taste bad.
Well, there you go. It was still green.
Yeah,
That's something.
it still tastes. I mean, it still smells and tastes like it did.
Well, that's good.
Actually, I think it tastes better. I think the freezing tamed it down, made it a little sweet.
Yep.
It wasn't sweet before. Before it was more gassy,
Mm.
more bitter. Like, it's actually got a sweetness to it. My friend ran the Breath of Red Dragon. Hmm. Yeah, there's so many strains out there. There was a co-op in California,
Yep.
and they got a community together of patients, and they grew all on this one property. And I forget how many, like 150 plants or whatever they had for the community. But they started out with, I think it was 52 strains when they all come together. In the end, they kept 4 strains.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You can pretty much narrow the strains down to that.
Yeah,
You know
I
what I
mean,
mean? Even though there might be a lot of different varieties, you can narrow them down to fruity,
oh, absolutely.
gassy,
Yep.
upper, downer.
Yep. Fruity.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's because it all started with only a few different ones, and somehow it got
Yeah.
mixed up, and people kept calling something else, this and that. But reality
Yep.
is, it all came from only a few different kinds.
Yep. And Northern Lights number 2, and Northern Lights number 5
Yep.
make up probably 90% of the weed strains out there.
That's right.
And
And
most,
people, yeah, go
yeah,
on.
and most of them are 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just renamed,
Yeah.
or they
That's why.
might be herms of a couple sisters of those or something. But
Yeah. That's why I like the Pierced Indica, because it's basically the mother of all the Northern Lights. Supposedly, as they say.
yeah, isn't that that's the mother of Northern Lights number 2, right?
Or just the mother of all Northern nights, I think.
Um, yeah, I could be mistaken, but I thought, I mean, unless they call the Purus Indica Steve Murphy Afghan the
Yeah,
same plant.
yeah. It's the same thing,
Okay, okay,
supposedly.
yeah, then yeah, it's the
But then I'd be interested. There's a guy that uh, it's called Canothropic Creations, and he does a lot of crosses with Steve Murphy. I'd be interested to find like a different Steve Murphy, like an actual Steve Murphy, not what the Pierce Indica from Todd, to see if there's any difference or not, you know.
yeah.
But judging by the photos and the old photos from Steve Murphy's book and stuff, it's a dead ringer for the same plant. So
Wonder what the hell they're doing. Hopefully, he don't try to call me. One of my acquaintances drove by my house and he stopped up the road. Hopefully, he don't. Hopefully, he's not wanting to talk to me.
the old Poppin.
No, he didn't stop in my driveway. He drove by, and then I seen him get like 100 yards past my driveway, and he started. He could be talking on the phone or something too, but it was just weird that he stopped out here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's not weird, but got me thinking there's a 50-50 chance that he wants to talk to me.
So what's up with your dogs? You got some pups? You got some puppies? What's going on with those things?
Yeah, yeah. Why you looking for a dog?
Looking for a bigger dog to keep these little dogs in line.
Yeah, come on over. I got them. Check out my YouTube or my Instagram. They're on there.
Yeah, I told you I like that all black one with the white on its chest.
Yep, yep. Those are definitely my prettiest. There's two of those, they're both males, and those are gonna be pretty big.
I wonder if it'd be better to get a female as a big dog to keep little dogs in line, or a male. In Boston's we have a female and a male. They're both equally as crazy. Actually,
I would. How old's your male?
he's like going to be 3 in July, but he's more chill than she is, because he'll like sleep all day. You know, he'll take naps, but she's just ball crazy. She's got her racket ball and she won't stop with it.
Yeah, a lot of times the males are nicer than the females, but I always lean towards. Of course, I always lean towards the more dominant, more aggressive dogs, but I always liked females.
Yeah, that's what we always usually had growing up, and then we had a couple. Like my mom had a soft coated Wheaton Terrier. He was a male, but he was good.
Yeah, my dogs are good. But usually the males are nicer. The females are known to be more territorial because a male roams, the female has to stay there and protect her babies.
Gotcha.
You know, that's just in their mentality, especially if you ever breed them. But yeah, I have both, but the female I got is black, solid black.
How often do you breed them? Like,
well, see, I don't breed like that. Like I don't,
not
I don't have
intentionally.
Great Dane. Like I hardly ever make the same breeding twice. Like I bred these dogs because I wanted the puppies for me.
Gotcha.
And then I'll replace the extras, but I won't repeat that again.
Okay.
What I'll do is if I need more dogs, I'll take that puppy that I kept and I'll breed it with something else that I have, or I'll get something else to add into it for whatever. I keep trying to make the perfect dog.
Yep.
And I'll see another dog. Oh, that'd be cool if that dog had that dog's muscles on it, or that
Yep.
temperament, or that if it
Yep.
could smell like that, or whatever. So
And the ones you have now they're Great Dane Doberman. That's what Wes just said?
yeah, I've got two. I've got Great Dane Dobermans,
Yep.
and then I've got Great Dane American Bullies.
Oh.
And that's the one that you like.
Oh, really? Mm.
Yeah. Well, make you a hell of a deal on one. You come get it. Or hey, where you say you're at?
In Connecticut. We got friends in Asheville though, so I don't know how far that is from you.
Asheville, North Carolina, or Michigan?
North Carolina.
Oh, that's still a ways. That's like, what is that? 12,
My
14 hours, I think.
my mom lives in Alabama. Mm.
Man, I'd like to go down there hunting.
Pretty nice. I haven't been down there yet, but we need to go down there at some point. It's coming up next week or week after. Usually
Yeah.
comes up
Did you
around
go up
Mother.
to Chicago?
No, she usually drives up, but she was in a car accident, totaled her car, so she's flying up this time.
Oh. Let's say so if somebody was going, one of you guys was going from your place to either one of those places, you'd probably, well, I don't know, you'd still be probably 6 hours from me. 5. I don't know. I'm gonna say 4 to 5 hours. I don't know if I'd be able to get somebody to take me to meet. No.
We'll figure something out someday.
Yeah, they're one in a million dogs. Everybody who gets one of my dogs tells me, man, that's the best dog I ever had. Like, yeah, I'd live to hear that. Everybody tells me the same thing.
Yeah, I was thinking, we were thinking about a boxer, but
They're
but
goofy.
they're goofy, and my girlfriend wanted a white one. I'm like, then there's the
No.
fact that they can be deaf and
Yeah, and blind and skin
Yeah.
problems and all
skin
that.
problems, all that fun
Yeah.
stuff. So
That's another thing. You want to come here and get a dog that's gonna live probably almost double
yeah,
the lifespan of most of the dogs you're going to buy off the street.
that's right. That's the other thing. I mean, I
Unless
know
you
that.
get, I mean, you can get a good working dog or a good mixed breed that's just as healthy as mine.
Yeah.
But them purebred dogs, like the Danes, they say 6 to 8 years old is the lifespan of a
Oh, yeah.
Dane, and 10 years is old. Okay,
Yeah.
my Dane is 6 years old, and he still runs around like a puppy.
Yep.
We do miles all the time.
My friend had one. It was a pretty cool. It was like a pattern I'd never seen on a Dane before. It was like tan, like spide almost, like tan and white.
Yeah, Merle.
Yeah,
But,
not even Merle. More spotted than Merle.
Yeah, what that's called is faunican.
Yeah,
If it's
fawn.
black
Yeah,
spot, if it was black spots like a Dalmatian, it'd be called a Harlequin.
Harlequin. Yep.
And if they're blonde or red or whatever,
Like
anything in the red spectrum, they're a faunican.
on Boston, they call it steel, is a term for one of their coats. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got some blue dogs and a blonde dog and some chocolate dogs over here.
I
puppies.
was my friend had like it was what do you call it? It's, the gray, like kind of like a pit bull, like gray. It was a
Yeah,
pit bull. It was
blue they call them.
Yeah, it was blue, but and tan. So it was pretty cool.
They had tan on the face and chest and stuff.
Yeah, it was like gray and tan.
Yeah.
I'll find a picture of her and I'll send it to you on Instagram.
Did it have white on it?
I think she had a little white. I'll have to look.
Yeah. I think they call them a blue tri in the bullies. But it's
Yeah.
just you're talking like Rottweiler marking,
Yeah,
but it's
yeah,
blue. It
yeah,
was that steel color instead of black.
yeah.
Yep, I know what you're talking about. See, I would call that like a blue and rust.
Yeah, it's like what you said. It's a tri. I think they call it tricolor, and her name was Trinity, so that makes sense. It checks out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Trinity, because she was a tricolor.
Yep.
Yep. Blue tri.
But normally, I've seen that on Frenchies too. There's a couple people that breed some Bostons and have like some real Merle, like gray, seal gray Merle ones. They're brindly looking. Our boy, he's kind of brindly looking. If you look at him in the sunlight, underneath his black, it's like brown. Kind of looks like a tiger.
Brindle.
And brindly.
Yep. That's my favorite color.
Yep. I would say I had a friend that had so I think it was a mastiff, like a brindle mastiff.
Black and tan or orange and black?
I've been more orange and tan.
Like the tiger?
Yeah, it was kind of tired.
Yeah, that's okay. Because most people, when they say brindle, they're talking like a reverse brindle, them dark dogs with the tan stripes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what most people think of when they say brindle, but that's reverse brindle. What you're talking about is brindle, the orange with black stripes, like a tiger. And what I really like is the tan dogs with black stripes,
That's something.
especially when my first pit bull I ever had, her dad was white with the tan spots.
Yeah.
And they had black stripes in them, brindle stripes. Oh, he was badass. You could tell he had, or he showed the bulldog. He was like a small American bulldog.
There's J5. Come on, J5, hop on here.
Yeah, somebody with some plants or something pop up. Western Maine Mang. Don't you have some presses? For some reason, I'm thinking like the first time I met was on, I think on my podcast, and you said you had some presses. Am I getting you mixed up with somebody, or you're sure that was you? That's what we want to see. Yep, it is. Western Maine Mang. That is called pied. Piebald.
Piebald, yes.
Yep. Means partially bald or partially white. Like bald eagle.
Yep. The reason why we got this one is because she's got a heart on her neck, and girlfriend's last dog died because he had a heart tumor.
Huh.
But she's kind of special. We should have known better. She came from the Amish country in Pennsylvania.
Oh, yeah. The Amish used to be quite the puppy mill operators.
Yeah, this was pretty elaborate. They had like air conditioned little houses for the dogs, but
Yeah.
she also bred pugs, Frenchies, and Bostons, and then
Were
sometimes I think something else at one other time. We
were
found
they
her off.
USDA?
We found her off the AKC site. She's AKC, or like her father's like a champion. But when we got to the house, he was running around in the yard with his fucking jolly ball, and we should have known better. Yeah, she's a little ball crazy.
Yeah, they pretty much got out of it, but
Yeah,
around here, and they all did it all at once. It was like it's a movement. Like they got into dogs, and they were. I mean, I went to one where it's like you was talking about. They had all the dogs because they were USDA certified, so they had to
yep,
have everything off the ground in wire cages.
yep.
Yeah, and they had a fucking barn full of dogs in cages.
Oh, well, see, I've read accounts of like the lady we got the dog from, like having dealings with like her friends and stuff that like will take some of her dogs and breed them and like do shit like
Yep.
that. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I love doing that. That's the best way to do it.
Well, yeah, I would think they'd probably be better, honestly, for
Yeah, I mean, that's what we need.
better genetics instead of bottlenecking it between two dogs, like where he came from, like the breeder definitely overused each like stud and the female, you know.
Yeah.
But I heard
Oh,
really good things about him or his breeder and stuff on it was a Facebook group, and it so happened he popped up that she had an extra one because usually you have to reserve them. So that's how we got little pork chop here. And get my headlamp and I'll try to show you his little brindliness on him. But like I said, I think that they call that seal on the Bostons for whatever reason.
see, seal means something else. Another
Yeah,
breed. Seal is like a blue chocolate.
yeah. But on a Boston, I think it just means they're a little brindly. Yeah, look it up again. But I'm pretty sure
I
that's
don't
what it is.
Yeah, it's just like sable. It means different things.
Right.
And then, yeah, you got breeds that call the same color as another breed something different.
What happened to the other one? Where'd the other ball go?
What? Man, I hate that. I can't see what he said. Here, let me do this.
Okay, Western Maine said seal is in a black dog with undercoat chocolate brown sometimes in the sun, which makes sense
Yeah,
because that's what it looks like. You only really
like
see
a
it unless
seal.
yeah,
Yeah, it looks like.
the shiny coat. Get the shiny coat. He used to have a pink nose when he was a puppy, but it went away.
Yeah, that's good.
Well, his breeder said, "Oh yeah, his nose is pink, but it'll go away." Sure enough, it slowly
Yep,
faded.
yep. They gain their pigment after they get older.
I'm not going to get that. You go get it. Oh,
You couldn't bait J5 up here, huh?
nope, doesn't look like it. He's always
He's
doing
still even
something.
here.
He's somewhere. He's in outer space. He's floating around in airwaves in little bits, zeros and ones.
Yeah. thought Galaxy was here.
Maybe he. I
No,
think he was
yeah.
here. I think he was here earlier at one point. Or is that just somebody else that has a picture that kind of looks like Galaxy's picture?
Mostly you see the seal color in the dog's coat when in the sun. Yeah.
Yep. Marshall says, J5, what's up?
Stuck in top chat.
Stuck in
J5.
just top chat. He's in top chat.
J5 is binary. Uh,
I learned the binary for 69 today.
yeah.
And I sent it to some girl on one of those internet dating things.
Hmm. I learned the binary for 420 a couple weeks ago. I was watching the show, and this dude had this fucking shirt on. It said 110-100-100.
But
I'm like,
then
what the fuck?
did it explain it on the back?
No, I looked it up. I
I
looked up binary code 110-100-100, and it said 420.
Nice.
Yeah.
I was being clever. It said, "Tell me something nerdy." It was on the Hinge app, and I was like, "Oh, I got something."
Yeah.
Originally, I was just gonna be like 001. Then I was like, "Oh wait, you can make that mean something else, and I'll make it mean 69." I guess that's pretty nerdy, right?
Yep.
I mean, it literally took half a minute on Google, but it was worth the effort, I think. I'll never hear back,
Hmm.
but I learned what it is for 69. So, like you said, you got the one for 420. That one, that sounds pretty good. That's pretty cool. I think it's funny because it basically all of it. I think it might actually be all pretty much the same, but you can make it mean something. I don't know. Is it really? Are there that many combinations of 1 and 0s that you can make other numbers?
Yeah. Okay. Let me tell you something. All of the fucking genetic diversity in humans, all of that comes up with 4 different acids.
Yep, that's right. Gotta get back down to the DNA.
4 different acids in your DNA. But different genes tell it, make different proteins and different levels here and there, and pretty crazy. But anyway, DNA is the same. Like it'll have like A means to make, what is it, like anine or something? But anyway, whatever it is,
I should know. I've got paperwork on all this and
right. But anyway,
and cloning humans.
that A stands for some kind of protein. But if there's 3 A's, it means to stop, or something. That might not be exactly right.
Well, not stop, but like pause or whatever.
No, it means to stop. It means to stop that coding right there. Like you was transcribing DNA, that means stop transcribing.
Okay.
And then they'll have I forget what it is, but anyway, it's the same thing. It'll have a stop, and then to start up, you just do 2 A's in a row or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah,
And it'll
yeah.
start coding a new sequence.
Yes.
But it doesn't actually code for anything. It just starts or stops the sequence.
It doesn't. Yeah. So it doesn't. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. Because all them codes come in segments. It's like start, do this code, stop. Start, do this code, stop. Start, do this code, stop. Continuously. It's not just a continuous motion. Start, stop, start, stop, start, stop. And that's all with the letter A, which with one A by itself codes for a protein. So it's like the same as a 0, 1.
Yep.
To me.
Yeah. I mean, they obviously. I'm pretty sure. I think they based it on that fact. Or well,
Yeah,
they needed one or the other. Both were the coding of DNA and coding of computers were kind of simultaneously co-created. I would imagine.
yeah, I imagine. Yep. Yep. As soon as they figured out how DNA was coded, they started mimicking it. Yep. Programming computers. Yep, that's where they got all this shit. What's that tell you about telepathy?
There's a certain amount of telepathy that can be. I mean,
How do you explain Bluetooth?
well, I get yeah. I can't.
Where-
I still can't explain how we're communicating currently. I have no
Right.
idea. I still believe it is alien technology. I would imagine.
Yeah. Yeah, there was definitely those angels and gods here with all the technology in the whole universe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We just like they erased history and started over in a dumb, you know what I mean?
Something weird happened on this planet, and we don't know exactly what.
Yeah.
It was used for a certain point, like as a stopping point, a resources point. We don't really fully understand it yet.
Well, yep. Well, the theory is that those beings need some kind of element or something from the earth.
Right.
Well, I don't know.
Or there's the other
Yeah.
theory, like in the movie Alien versus Predator, that
Here's my theory.
that we're just being farmed.
Yeah, my theory is we're all spirit creatures and we came here for entertainment.
I could get on board with that.
Like we created this because this shit ain't real. What made me think that is people say, "Well, why would God allow that? Why would God allow that?" Why? In one day, I'm like, you know what? He wouldn't. This is a fucking lie.
Yep. I discovered that a long time ago. Discovered
Yep,
nothing
this
is
lie.
like money isn't real. It's all kind of made
Right.
up, you know?
Yep.
Numbers,
It's all made up.
letters,
Yeah.
languages.
I think we just like, oh, what do we do now? Hey, let's create a virtual reality game. And we'll create avatars for ourselves on this planet, and we'll create some puzzle that we have to practice, and we have to develop skills and sort out this fucking puzzle, and
You have to fucking
just something to do.
work every day for fake money to exchange for food and
No,
wellness.
well, I think that's part of the game, part of the video game that we're playing. That's part of the game is, can you get past that level? Can you break away from that, or
I
can
am
you?
strongly for breaking away. Been trying to do it my whole life, but now
For some people, their part of the game might be to do that 9 to 5er and see how much money they can save or invest and
that I guess that's true. You have a good point.
whatever, or gamble away or whatever.
Oh,
That's
yeah, anything.
their entertainment.
There's a million different things you could do in this world.
So you choose your own adventure. Yeah, I really don't think, and I could be wrong, but I really don't think if God is what I believe, what I know, someone would not create suffering on purpose.
I don't like unless they're just crazy maniacal person or being.
Yeah, that could, yeah, right. But I'm saying that like we agreed to this, and we came here as a game, knowing, hey, we're gonna like feel and experience all these things, all these different vibrations, and like
That's definitely a different way of thinking about it because
yeah, try to
I've
map.
always been of the philosophy that I didn't choose to be here, but somebody put me here for a reason.
How do you know you didn't choose to be here?
Well, you just turned me on to the fact that how do I not know that?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe you haven't broke through to your.
Well, I haven't smoked. I haven't smoked DMT yet. I'm waiting for
I
that to
haven't
come
either.
out of my brain when I'm dying. Hopefully, that's the only time that will occur. But we'll find out. I do believe in science a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, science explains to you how creation works and how the world works, the universe, and all that.
Well, they better be explaining some stuff if they want me to do all this bullshit.
Well, the problem is the scientists try to downplay it and try to say this is all an accident. Like they don't tell you that this is creation. They tell you this
That
is an accident.
well, they are
And
they get heavily scrutinized.
they don't call them angels, they call them aliens. You know. But basically science is just explaining to you how he did it, the scientific process, because everything is done by the laws of the universe. It's not magic.
He's got freckles on him. You part Dalmatian.
Oh,
You better not be part Dalmatian. Is that why you can't listen so well? You're half deaf? Oh, yeah. Do the head tilt. Are you deaf? Can you hear me? Do you understand me?
well, terriers and bulldogs both can have them.
She got freckles too. That's just this white. Well, the big thing on Boston's is in between their head. If they have a black spot, they call it the Haggerty dot.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Okay, them pups that you like, one of them has that. It's on the back.
Yeah.
It's on like in the middle of the head, going towards the back.
Yeah, that's her heart. It's shaped like a heart. Tilt your head that way. Look, it's shaped like a heart. Sort of. It looked like a
This
heart.
one's right up in the. Yeah, this one's right up in the middle of the head between the two black patches.
I guess it commands more money. I don't know. I feel like that's probably just something that either happens or doesn't happen. You want to go outside there, sir? You need to go outside?
Yeah, usually it doesn't happen, actually. I've had a lot of dogs with those eye patches,
Yeah.
and they usually didn't have that. But
No.
I wonder if that means they got Merle in them. I kind of think that mantle is part of the Merle gene or something. Like it's the beginning of it.
Possibly.
Because my dog is he's a Merle, or he's a mantle. He's a black mantle like them. One of his parents was Fawn, and the other one was Merle. And he throws blue pups, red pups, blonde pups. He doesn't. But if you breed him with a Merle, he throws Merle pups. Like she'll give, if you breed him to a Merle female, she'll give half of the litter the Merle gene, so half of the litter would be Merle. But then he'll give a Merle gene to like 25% of the litter.
Okay.
He's weird. He's mantle, but he carries like all the recessive traits.
Okay, I
I
guess
bred him.
it kind of makes sense though. Well, I guess you'd have to test this area if you had one that was full on like most Merle ever, and then cross that to the other one that isn't, and see what happens.
Yeah, well, I got a Harlequin female, but the people I got my Danes from, they used him for a stud dog for their Danes, and when they bred him to Merles, they got like 3/4 Merle pups, and some of them come out Harlequin. So he's throwing the Merle gene, but he didn't. It's weird though because he didn't throw it in either one of these litters.
Hmm.
Which,
So then maybe it wasn't him. Maybe it was female.
well, yeah, but the female should only be able to give a Merle to half of the litter, and she shouldn't have any Harlequin pups if you breed her to a colored male.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it's almost time for Let's Be Buds.
Yeah. I think I'm heading over to the Aussie show.
Hey, maybe I'll head over there. Maybe Let's Be Buds might be boring. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't fuck with those guys no more. I've been over there in, I don't know, 6 weeks or something, maybe more. I lose track of time. But I did get a notification for actually a couple, I think. A couple people having podcast at 9.
Yeah, there's more than one show on, unfortunately.
Yeah, one was a new one. I don't know who they are. They sent a thing out on Instagram.
All right, well, I'm gonna hop off on here and go investigate that. It was good talking to you.
Yep,
Yeah,
thanks for stopping by.
do some more dog talk soon.
Hell yeah.
All right.
All right. Shout out to the chat. Thanks for coming, everybody. See you later.